What's up, friends? Ryan out here, and today we're going to be looking at a really cool set. This is the Lepin Venator Star Destroyer. Now, I just got this in the mail. Here's the instruction book and I guess the sticker. So here's how it comes in a giant mess of crap. So I'm going to go ahead and try and organize it because there's so many damn parts. This whole freaking box is full of them here. So do that and we'll get started. I feel a little guilty, but I bought the instructions before this ever was a thought from Lepin to actually build this from the dude that designed it originally. So there's that. I hope they licensed it from him and gave him some credit. So let's quit yapping, put this together, and we'll do a speed build. Alright, here we go. Alright, so it turns out they are actually in numbered bags. Who would have thunk it? It took me this many pieces to figure that out. But let's see. Kind of see it. Number 6. It's very subtle. Although that's another patent infringement. Lego holds the patent on numbered bags. So anyway, this will go faster. That's awesome. Okay, friends. Well, we got it all together. If you're interested, at the end of this, I'm going to post my rants and, you know, all that fun stuff. But here we go. There's all the minifigures. They've increased in quality a little bit. The legs and the joints kind of still leave some stuff to be desired. Comes with 3 of these blue guys, 2 of these guys, and 2 of these guys. Here's the sign. I love the star plan. That's awesome. And we go up here. Alright, there's several things that are different from the picture. This should be vacant and just have this. So I don't know what that's about. I'm going to have to see if I can fix it. But alright. Then obviously this gap here is not shown on the instructions. It's very difficult to get it even. You can see how far in the thing goes. This is something I made. You'll see in the video. It just ended. The instructions ended with this giant hole right here. So I made this stuff out of other pieces I had to kind of cover it up. Doesn't look bad from a distance. Alright, see all the detail here. Some doors. Come back here. Sorry for the lighting and everything. I'm afraid to move it into the review room in there for fear of it falling apart. So there's some issues with the engine and getting stuff together. You'll hear all that in the ramp section, I guess. Alright, yeah, it's got these guns and everything that should probably all be pointing the same way. For some reason they made it so that these could come out. Not sure what that's about, but maybe someone can enlighten me. So yeah, all in all, it's a pretty cool ship. It is really, really long. I apologize again for the shaky cam. Big, heavy, just the way we like it. So, guess I won't yap for too much longer. Post your questions, comments, complaints, concerns down below. Just remember that Lepin quality is disappointing, especially when they make their own sets. They left off 2 of the engines, this little part right here. The bomber bay up in the bottom is not there like in the original model. Yeah, disappointing. Really disappointing. But it still looks pretty cool. Anyway. Yep, just remember to keep it real. Stay tuned for all the building nonsense, and we'll see you next time. Later. Alright, I just want to kind of give you a sense of scale. You can see how big it is compared to the Superstar Destroyer and the Millennium Falcon. I'm going to have to move a lot of stuff around on the bottom to be able to get that in there, but I would have liked to have shown how big it is in comparison to the Star Destroyer in the back, but I don't know. Pretty big. It's very imposing in person. It's like 2 or 3 times as tall as this one, and maybe a little bit longer. And that's big. Anyway, on to the building rant. Alright, yeah, I'm too lazy to do the speed build. So here is bag number 1. See the frame coming together. Alright, here we have bag 2. Pretty symmetrical, so it's just some detail around the sides. Little shuttle bay opening. Lots and lots of tedious piecework. Alright, on to bag 3. Alright, I gotta be honest, I forgot to shoot 4 and 3, I guess. Anyway, here's number 5. It's got the stand. It's got some of the internal structure all completed. This was 3, I believe. The side detail. It's got some of these magnets. The Lepin magnets are somewhat different than Lego ones. They are infinitely stronger and they like to pinch, so be careful. One thing I've noticed is this placement is different on the instructions. I cannot get it to line up like the instructions show it. This too, right there. It just doesn't fit. So we'll see how it fits when I put the top and bottom on. Hopefully it's just me being stupid. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Alright, here's number 6. Just this little red thing on the top. Goes all the way back here. And we'll start filming the rest of it. Here we go. Alright, here's step 7. See, it added this bottom part here. These, and the engines. Pretty cool detail. They're only held together by this one plate sticking out of here. So hopefully in subsequent steps it reinforces that a little bit, because it's quite the thing hanging off the back just for that. Although it actually seems pretty stable, but we'll see. It's getting pretty long though. Alright, here we go. Alright, here is step 8. You can see it's got a lot of the engines in place. Nothing much changed up with the rest of the structure there, but that looks pretty cool. The only thing is, it gave me the wrong satellite dish things here. It's supposed to be 3 wide, these are 4. So unless they're in another bag, I'm going to have to see if I have some. So, let's get moving on step 9. Okay, well, we got her all together. That was not fun. The whole thing fell apart and shattered. Had to turn it upside down. But this piece here is one separate thing, and so is this. And when you put them together, it's the first time I've seen quality issues with Lepin. The holes going from here, or the studs and holes, all the way back through here don't quite line up. When you get one, you got to kind of work it down. And then even the back over here doesn't quite match up. So basically I had to flip it over, which made the engines fall off and explode, and some of the top here broke. You can see it's still not down where it should be. Being a bastard. Anyway, this whole process took like 45 minutes because things broke. There's still this part, I have no idea where it goes. So anyway, on to step 10. Alright, here is number 10. See the little bridge and everything's taking shape. Now, see this piece just folds up, and then this whole assembly just kind of sets on here. Put the folds back down. there you go. All right, on to number 11. All right, so I want to walk you through some issues I've been having. First, this little doink here, I've had to modify it because it just kind of floated there and didn't really connect to anything, but neither did this bottom part here. You can see up here, it looks like it's supposed to connect to there, but it doesn't fit. It hits this thing first, so I'm going to put a plate there. Find it here to kind of help that connect. And like I said, I moved these around. Problem is, it's about a quarter hole off, so hopefully I can kind of force it up into place and it'll work. So there's that issue that they didn't do anything about. And then if we turn it around, you can see these two engines, they just kind of forgot to finish. If you look on the original design, there's something that kind of looks like this one, but shorter, that goes on these, but they just didn't do it. So anyway, let's try and fix it. Alright, well I think it worked. It would focus. There we go, you can see the little plates in there, connects now. And then I put these little longer Technic pins in here. Kind of hold it, you can see it's bending because they don't exactly line up, but it looks pretty stable. The engines, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. I don't have all the parts to finish them that I know of, so we'll see if there's any extra in the rest of the set. So, here we go. Alright, here's half of step 11. The bottom edge of the wing on. This doesn't have anything to keep it upright. I spent 45 or an hour trying to get this one side fitted because the magnets are so strong. It tears off the damn bricks when they pull apart. The magnets don't separate, the bricks separate. And then back here, none of this stuff was in the right place. This, you can see it, it's still pulling away. The long Lepin bricks don't connect well. And none of it was lined up. None of this stuff, I had to move it around and play with it. And it still looks like crap. I had to add some more bricks to try and reinforce it there. This one wasn't even close to the right place. It was floating out in the middle here. I don't know, it's incredibly frustrating and irritating when it's not something you're doing yourself to have to go through this crap. And I looked at the instructions for the original one and it's nothing like this. They all lined up and didn't have this giant gap that they just stuck these plates in here because there was a gap. Dumbasses. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Another little rant. These Lepin turntables are absolute crap. They got some of them won't even stay in there. I forget which one it was, but that, and every time they pull, this pulls out, the gray part pulls out. It's ridiculous. It won't even hold its own weight. Alright, finally, here's step, what is this, 11? We got both sides in on the bottom. Alright, if you're interested, here's how I did it. Take note, I had to replace these spinners with actual Lego ones because the other ones weren't cutting it. This is reinforced because this plate, the gray one, was pulling up. So, as you can see, they even now don't quite fit, but it's holding it. Shake the table a little bit and it's in there, but alright, quit yammering. On to step 12. Alright, here's another thing. You see this part right here? I've done all the instruction book. And if we come over here, there's this. What the F? They completely forgot that part. Jesus. Alright, so I built this little doodad here to fill in this hole and got some of these plugs. Hopefully I can just stick that in those vacant engines back there. But sorry for that. Kinda fit better a second ago. There we go. Kinda looks better. The Lego gray is a little different than the Lepin gray. Although I think some of them, like this one, are old gray, but that's okay. Looks not too bad. From a distance you can't really tell. So let me stick these engines in there and we'll call her good.